Welcome back. All right, we're talking about the fashion industry here, and let's cut to the chase. Is a size 8 plus size fashion industry or not? I mean, you're thinking that's ridiculous. Someone who's a size 8 looks great. We have a model with us, Marie Harmon, and Marie, let's just show you what we're talking about here. Again, as the conversation goes, and the deeper issues are we creating body image issues for young girls when we're thinking an 8's not good enough? You have to be a 0, a 2, or a 4. There's a picture for you here of someone who is an 8 to 10. It's like, man, she looks great. Marie Harmon's with us as well. She's a model. Marie looks phenomenal. Egypt Shirad's with us as well.
Well, I'm
look great.
Model,
come on.
Thank you. I think curvy is healthy. This angers me. This angers me because, listen, I'm a size 10. When I was a size 4, I looked like a dang near bobblehead doll. Not everybody carries weight the same. We have to ask ourselves. And I think this is what is great about us as people. We're unique. We're different. We carry weight differently. I'm a size 10, but some people would say, you're not a 10. You look like you're about a 6 or an 8. Would you say that?
Yes, I would. You look phenomenal.
You better say that. No. but, you know, we are planting seeds of insecurity in our children. My girlfriend has a 4-year-old, and she was just having a conversation with me the other day of how her daughter came home and said, Mommy, I'm fat. A 4-year-old thought she was fat and was pulling at her tummy. What are we doing to our children? What are we doing to ourselves? I think whoever creates these standards, I want them to come front and center. Who is the person who said plus size is now a size 8? Hey, let's take a look at them.
Joining us as well, Sophie Simmons. She's the daughter of rock star Gene Simmons, Shannon Tweed. Sophie, thanks for being with us. You're an actress, and I saw a video, and I want you to pick up with your message. You're like, hey, I'm not a 2, right? But you look great as an 8 or whatever you are.
I've never been a 2. The smallest I've ever been in my life is a 6, and I was probably 13 when I was that size. I'm 5'10". There's no way I could carry being a size 2 and be healthy.
What do you make of these, you know, when we're in the fashion industry or not, when anybody's labeling someone who's an 8 plus size? What do you make of that, and what are the ramifications of that when we're looking at that number and saying the word plus along with it?
It's ridiculous. We're giving girls an unrealistic view on what beauty is, and we're telling them that you have to starve yourself to be beautiful, and that's not true. We look at Renaissance paintings. None of those women are emaciated. None of them look like they're starving. They're often painted with food. And now we go into a store where the mannequins are 3 times smaller than the clothing that's on them, and they're pinning zeros onto mannequins, and we're thinking we have to be that size. It's unrealistic and it's unhealthy.
And Photoshop is the devil, by the way, because half of the models, ask Cynthia Bailey, Cynthia Bailey, Real Housewives, she and I had a conversation about this, where she would look at herself in a magazine and say, wow, they made me half the size of what I am. And she was a supermodel. So think about that. Photoshop is the devil. You can quote me on it on Twitter.
That's a good one, by the way. Sophie, have you dealt with that?
You hire people like us to be models and to be actresses and to portray real life things. When I'm hired for a movie, I know that you're hiring a certain perspective on what you think women should look like, but I refuse to drop 20 pounds to be that person in your movie.
Wow.
If you want to hire me for me, that's fantastic. I'm great, and I will represent women my size, and I represent a healthy body image, and I will do just as good of a job as anyone who's a size 0. But I don't think you need to be starving, and I don't think you need to binge eat. I think there is a healthy middle where you eat when you're hungry and you drink when you're thirsty and you're active, but you don't have to kill yourself trying to look like photoshopped images that were just shoved.
Yeah. And she's beautiful. She's drop dead gorgeous.
Yeah. In Egypt, you said Photoshop is the devil. Marie is with us, who's our model here. Marie, weigh in on this conversation.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I totally agree. I mean, modeling and doing jobs, you have to always be conscious about what are you eating, what are you, is this gum going to make me fat? And you have to pace yourself. You have to understand that if you get into this industry, it's your choice, and these are the rules, and just as any job is, but it is unfair. I've been a 14 and I've been a 2, and I'm comfortable in my skin where I am now at an 8.
Good for you. You look great. Hey, have you ever been told, Marie, that, all right, you got to get down here to a 4 or 2, or
all the time?
All the time.
Oh, you look so much better when you're a 2, but I don't feel better. You know that, and that's just personal. That's just my build. I'm 5'11". I'm tall, and I'm not supposed to be a 2.
Right. Sophie, how about you? Have you dealt with that where someone who's about looking at you for a job gives you that line?
Yeah, I've been told all the time to lose weight, and you know, there's forums online where people can easily comment on your body without your consent, and it's unfair. And you know, being a size 2 is not in the cards for me, and that's okay. And we need to, as women and for men, stop putting pressure on each other to be so unrealistic. Now that we have social media and we can see each other more clearly than we ever have before, there's so much competition between each other, and we're really doing it to ourselves, when if we all just got together and said, I'm going to eat when I'm hungry and drink when I'm thirsty and nothing else, then maybe people would listen.
Right.
I'd be curious to know how men feel about it. And the reason I ask that is because, you know, working in television, we have pressure on ourselves to be smaller, stay fit and trim, because television always makes you look bigger than what you are. But I find that when I have lost weight, like I said, when I was at my smallest, men were less attracted to me. They like us to be fuller and curvier.
Yeah.
Curvier is healthy. And you know what? If a size 8 is a plus
As the man in the room, I'll say amen to that.
If size 8 is a plus size, then I'm plus size all day.
I'm fine with being a plus size. I'm an 8. I feel healthy. I'm healthy, you know, and that's
I'm sorry,
what
you're an 8. 8 is not plus size.
Exactly.
I just want to say that.
Not when we go to the
8
store.
is not.
Not when you go to the store at all. It's not plus size, but you know, so it's an insult kind of for each of us.
There you go. Okay, ladies, thanks again so much.
Thank
Sophie,
you.
Egypt, Marie, guys, thanks again. Tweet me at Michael Onos, HLN, if you want to comment on this one as well.